So my friend has this goldwing. It's like an 86 or something. I don't really know. I'll find out. I'll find out for you. But it's been lowered. The previous owner lowered it, and now the kickstand is a little bit too long because when the kickstand's down, when it's standing on there, it's pretty much straight up and down. It's so bad that if you straighten the handlebars out, then it pretty much tips over at that point. So I've been assigned with the task of shortening this for him. I tried to figure out how long it needed to be, but they didn't want to mess with it, and they just told me to shorten it by ½ inch. So I'm just saying it now. If this is still too long, it's not my fault. But I'm going to cut ½ inch off. So I'm going to do my best. One thing, since this is the spring hook, this distance to where the spring attaches needs to stay the same length. So I need to cut it out of this section right here. So for this first cut, I'm just going to try and keep it as perpendicular as possible. And I'm going to cut the foot off, and then I'll measure ½ inch, so then you do that. Okay, so I got a better idea. So I started cutting it. I'm going to go ahead and get the other cut started. So that way it should be a little bit easier to run parallel when I have the line right there. Alright, so one piece, here's the other piece, and then there's actually like a casting line or something, right? You can kind of see it there. It's a little bit more obvious on the foot side. So I'll use that to line it back up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and grind this down so there's a beveled edge on it. I'll probably leave the center part of it pretty flat to help with lining it up though. Alright, so I got these beveled. This one's a little bit more than that one, but this one didn't quite reach in very well onto the bench grinder because of the feet and I don't know, whatever that thing is. So, but they seem to fit pretty well with a decent bit of bevel in there, so I think I'll be fine. So now I'm just going to try and use a magnet to line them up on the rods. Yeah, I think that's pretty much lined up just like that. So while it's in the, sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't see. There you go. So I got it lined up pretty well. While it's in the magnet, I'm just going to tack weld it, like probably 1, 2, maybe 3, I don't know. And then I'll pull it off and then weld it around. Well, I think I did an okay job for most of it, but I kind of messed it up at the end there. I moved my ground, so it wasn't grounded as well, so it wouldn't start, so I got a couple bubbles there. So I'm just going to grind it off. That doesn't look so great either. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you couldn't see very well. How's that? So I moved my ground. I started getting those bubbles. There's a little bit there too that's not so great. So I'll probably just take the grinder and grind it down and then see if I can see anything and then fill it in where it needs it. Okay, so I ground it down and there's 2 spots that I didn't like, so I took a round file and just filed it down a little bit. You can see it. There's one right there and the other one is right there. So I'm just gonna redo those 2 spots. He said he didn't care what it looked like, so I'll probably just make sure there's no rough spots that might catch like a shoelace or something, I don't know. Okay, so there's one spot. So there's one of the spots and there's the other spot. I just kind of filled it in. I'll grind it down. As long as it doesn't look weird after I grind it down, then it should be fine. So, and then I'll get a shot of installing it too. That way you can see the offender. If you say anything stupid, I'll just edit the audio out.
I'm not gonna say anything stupid.
Well, I just wanted to let you know to feel free to, but if it's too stupid, I will.
Are you that like comes with the implication that I say stupid stuff?
Well, sometimes, you know.
Hey guys, 9/11 was an inside job.
That's not stupid. That's facts.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's pretty loose.
You guys have yet to see a small, clear piece of tubing, have you?
No.
How small?
I forgot
Supposed to
about
go on
the
the fuel
end of
filter. I
mine.
need to put that on the KZ at some point.
I can probably just steal the one for it on it. Whatever.
Yeah, there is one on there. I don't think it's getting much tighter than that.
Alright, that's fine.
The spring probably keeps it tight, which might be why it seems solid too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
As long as it's not actually gonna fall off, I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, it's not our problem, right?
Yeah. It's Tyler's legs, not ours.
I don't use them anyway.
So I started making a video about making the spark plug wires to replace that and like timing and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there a screwdriver over there anywhere?
What kind? You looking for just Phillips head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just felt like it was boring. So I'm trying to do more, keep it to more interesting things, or at least if I'm doing something boring, then talk about something interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was well executed.
That was very well executed.
Did that keep it feeling tight? Yeah, definitely. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Are we gonna test it?
Sure.
Are we gonna move Sarah's?
Gotta move that.
So yeah, so I record this thing.
I don't know why I
Especially the
brought
parts where I'm like sitting there struggling with something. I'm like, man, or like I have a hard time getting a good shot or something. I'm like, I'm thinking about myself. Like if because I've done that. I've found videos that I'm like, this seems like there's low views, low subscribers.
Yeah.
And I'm like clicking away. I'm like, man, I don't want to watch this. And then I'm sitting there thinking about myself. I'm like, well. That's probably not a good sign.
See, Matt, you gotta start doing bike reviews.
What?
And I'll do your bike reviews for you. You can post them.
Okay. I've used a wrench. Those usually strip out pretty easily. Here.
Oh, he's changing his battery too. Mr. Proactive.
It's because he wants to take it for a ride once we get off.
Yeah.
It's because it's so low that center stand is.
Push you? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I got a good spot. 2, 3.
That was
That
violent.
was-
You're on the board. You go ahead and put the kickstand down. Is it any better? Okay.
It's better.
It's better.
Marginal, but better.
Push on it a little, see if it just immediately wants to fall over or turn the handlebars.
No, it's got a little bit.
Yeah.
Enough play that I don't feel as sketched about it.
I'm telling you, dude. I told you. I called it in my video.
Yeah, kill that new battery. Is the fuel line hooked up?
Huh?
Is the fuel line hooked up? And you have the choke out?
Yep. Tank's on.
If your bowls are empty, it might take a second to actually fill them.
Huh? Oh, hey!
Oh man, this is all the goldwing is good for. It's just leaking gas on the floor.
Yeah.
Is that just in that line?
Yeah, it feels like it's just coming straight out the pit cock. That's good.